Question number 1 tonight is about gear that is failing. Do you go out of your way to get it fixed? Do you basically say, well, it's not worth it, throw it away? Where do you kind of fall in that kind of progression? Now, I think back to my grandfathers, who both were the kind of the pillars, would basically take whatever it was, and they were going to fix it, no matter what. And they were both kind of grew up on a farm, and during the Depression, they were through that. So there was a reason for them to make whatever it was work. Nowadays, if it doesn't work, maybe we don't do that. So I want to get your opinion. Cubby, if something's not functioning for you, what's your kind of method for handling that?
I had a Chevette, one of those MTX tubes go out on me, and I contacted Cat, and I was going to get a replacement, and I just never, ever got away with it. I just never got around to it. So I'd have to say I don't. I have backups upon backups. So I set that broken speaker pole, whatever, to the side, and I have intention to do it. But then, like 3, 4, 5 weeks go down the line, I just end up chucking it. I just don't do anything to fix it at all. I should, and I guess it also depends on how long I've had the gear. Is it under warranty still? Is it worth getting it fixed? Is it worth things of that nature? So I weighed in a lot of those ideas. But 9 times out of 10, I've probably got my life out of it, and I just fix it.
Dan, what's your?
It really kind of depends upon what the gear is. So, for example, if it's a speaker, I can get that taken care of locally. There's a couple of different groups here that there's some shops and stuff like that if I take it in, they'll help me figure out what it is, or they'll get the replacement part and do the repair for me. The other side, though, like I've had some controllers that have gone down, or I've had some different lights over the years that have had some difficulty. And I just, very similar to Cubby, like it was, I wanted to be able to fix it, but it was also kind of like, okay, now I need to find a box that's big enough to hold this, because I didn't save the original box because that would have taken up space in the house. So like, I didn't have that. And so it just became one of those things. Like I had a light. I had a Bluetooth light that I was supposed to send back, and then COVID hit and never sent it out. It's still sitting here. It works some features, but not all I need. So I never use it. And so but I'm also kind of the type, like I haven't thrown it away, but I haven't gotten it fully fixed yet either. So yeah.
I had one speaker that, was still under warranty, and I contacted EV, and they sent out the piece and got it taken care of, no problem. When I purchase things through NLFX, and I have had a couple of lights from Chauvet that came, and I'm buying a dozen of them, and 1 out of 12 is not functioning properly. I just contacted, and they've drop shipped or sent a new one out, and I shipped the old one back. So yes, in that case, if it's out of warranty, speaker, I probably would call and see if I could get like a new amp replaced or whatever it is. But if it's a $200 or less item, yeah, I'm probably throwing it away, and just writing it off and saying, that's just what it is. Somebody, Mikey Mike mentions in the chat there, just the Chinese lighting thing. There's many of that, that kind of gear, the direct from China stuff that just. If it breaks, I'm going to throw it away. Yes, you talk to the Chinese lighting companies, and they're like, yeah, we send you parts and you fix. And it's like, great. But you know what? It's probably not worth my time to do that. If I want one, I'll probably just buy a new one, or, just say, well, I don't have 4 of them anymore. I have 2 with a backup, that kind of a thing. It's just, I just don't, time is money. And even if that time is used taking my afternoon nappy poo, it's worth more than to be stressed out about that. So,
well, the idea of sending them off too, like that, one of the reasons why I've always been hesitant. Let's assume for a second they did have the box. It's expensive to ship some of this stuff, right? And nobody's reimbursing me for that. Now, warranty issue is one thing, but to send it to the shop, and then I'm paying them to diagnose it or whatever might be the case. And then fix it, like it just keeps adding and adding and adding. And also, while it's down, it's like, well, I've got to have something else in this place, so I just order new. It's a pain. It really is a pain.
See, if you got the skill like Howie does,
new gear.
Howie, takes it apart, fixes it, and puts it back together, and off he's good. I don't have that skill.
I need Howie to be my next door neighbor.
I know, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, Howie, I need, and he'd be like, yeah, I'll get that put together. Be over later today. Oh, excellent. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have that skill. That's for sure. All right, so let's jump to our second question of the night.